We've entered into a strategic relationship with Epic Games, the maker of Fortnite, to not only invest in the company Epic, we took a minority stake, $1.5 billion investment, but we're also creating with them a huge Disney universe that will be for gaming and for play and for watching and even for shopping, for digital goods and maybe ultimately physical goods, that will live alongside Fortnite but be completely interconnected with Fortnite. And this represents probably our biggest foray into the game space ever, which I think is not only timely, but an important step when you look at the demographic trends and you look at where Gen Alpha and Gen Z and even millennials are spending their time in media. It's pretty dramatic in terms of the amount of time spent in games. In fact, almost equal to, in some demographics, or equal to or greater than how people are spending their time on movies and television.
What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome to Collectors Gone Digital. My name is Josh, and on today's episode, we're doing a two-parter. For the first part, we're talking about some dots I'm connecting with VeVe, and the second part, we're talking about some MCP strategies to earn the most points you can. So I'm not wasting any time with today's episode. Grab your favorite drink, grab your favorite snack, sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, so two things I want to mention right off the bat, and that is going to be a DM from Corey and a comment that David made in an email. Now, yesterday I did actually receive a response from David with regards to the interview we've been trying to set up. He has unfortunately pushed it back to April. I don't have much control there, but he said that he's doing this on account of some marketing announcements that are coming in the next couple of months. So he wants to stay in line with, I guess, what their marketing department wants to stick to right now. Now, I do understand he is doing an interview at the end of the month with Metamona. That's a bit different, because it's a round table with two other CEOs of successful brands in the same space. A bit of a different scenario from a one-on-one interview. Now, in the past couple days, I did actually toss a DM over to Corey about something specific with their content strategy, and he made a quick comment in his reply talking about how more people have been onboarded for marketing. My point to him was that their content strategy is inconsistent right now. It's very up and down, and things like their collector spotlights aren't happening anymore. But right after these two comments are made, in fact, the same day that I get the email from David, we see a short form advertisement get released from VeVe over on YouTube. And then we also have a large announcement made from Epic Games and Disney, where we see David again using some questionable emojis in his repost. So I'll make sure to include the video of 𝗕𝗿𝗍𝗀 talking about all this. But Disney and Epic Games, also known as the ones behind Fortnite, are going to be working together to essentially create a centralized ecosystem where there's going to be games, events, movies, shopping, the whole works. Now, there's been an ad circulating in the community of this collaboration, and a lot of people are circling things they've seen in the videos, being like, oh my god, the partner statue. Guys, to be honest, that's a stretch in my opinion. I looked at it for 2 seconds and I was like, it doesn't even have the same base. I'm convinced at this point that if the partner statue showed up in any Disney commercial, the VeVe fam is going to speculate and be like, oh my god, is this related to VeVe? Guys, 𝗕𝗿𝗍𝗀 said it himself. This is the biggest transition, CEO of Disney, by the way. This is the biggest transition they've taken into gaming. When a company of that magnitude takes a large step like that, what do you think they're going to do to promote it? They're going to use their largest and most well-known IP to promote the project. Hence the reason why you saw the partner statue. Hence the reason why you saw Star Wars and Marvel and The Night Before Christmas. It's because all these things make Disney Disney. So just because the partner statue is on VeVe and then all of a sudden it's in another ad, it doesn't necessarily mean the two projects are related. I hope I'm actually wrong here. Bob does say that we're going to be able to sell virtual goods inside this ecosystem. So for all I know, that could involve digital goods from VeVe. I don't know. When David reposted this with all the emojis, I think that's what kind of got a lot of people going. I personally think it's just another one of those scenarios where it's him acknowledging the fact that this is good for the space. You guys got to understand how big of a project this whole Epic Games and Disney collab is versus the collecting app that David and Dan just intended on creating from the start. Of course, it's fantastic for the space, but it's a very large leap. Again, I hope I'm wrong. to be clear though, that is not me saying that something's off the table. What I'm trying to say here is that this announcement is fantastic for the space. Do I think VeVe's involved? I think it's probably more likely that they aren't than they are. And even if they aren't, because they already have a relationship with Disney, VeVe's already in the space that Disney's trying to move more into, on top of all the IP that VeVe has in addition to Disney, I would not be surprised if a door opens in the future. The main point of this slide is to acknowledge that I do think something's happening in the background and that things are starting to heat up. Because of comments like the one David made about incoming marketing announcements, the fact that we just saw that short form ad pop up, and we're also starting to see a lot more large announcements happen in the space. The Bitcoin ETF, now this, overall sentiment seems to be changing, and so that should be pushing the team a little bit more to get the marketing efforts going. But back to that partner statue for a sec. No, I don't think it's the one from VeVe. It's got a different base. I think it's simply just a rendered ad, and inside the ad, they're just using their own IP. All right, so we're heading into part 2 now. We're going to start talking about some strategies to earn the most MCP points on VeVe. And one of the first strategies we're talking about here is low mint additions. Now, when you collect an item on VeVe with a low mint, you're actually going to earn bonus points, and that is going to be conditional on the addition size. So each collectible you hold earns you 1 point. You're going to earn an extra half a point if you hold one of the 5% lowest mints available to the public. Emphasis on the public. So this does exclude any collectibles that are retained by VeVe. Next up on the list, and we're just going to get through the obvious ones first here, is going to be set completion. So complete sets strategically based on the number of collectibles in the set, as well as the total gems required. You're going to earn 100 points when you complete a set. That is going to be a one-time reward though. You're also going to earn bonus points for the number of collectibles in the set, but the maximum limit is 5. So let's say there's 6 collectibles in the set, you're going to earn 5 points. If there's only 1 collectible in the set, you're going to earn 1 bonus point. And then on top of that, you're also going to earn points based off the rarities. Now, speaking of rarities, uncommon comics seem to be a popular choice. So first off, comics and collectibles are subject to diminishing points. However, common and uncommon comics are excluded from this rule. So you can own as many uncommon comics as you want, and you're going to earn the same amount of points each time. In this case, the uncommons are better because you're going to earn more points than the commons. They're often going to be listed at affordable prices in the secondary market, and at many times they're actually cheaper than the common cover. It's also been brought to my attention by a couple people in the community now, shout out to 𝗕𝗿𝗏, that some of these black and white covers actually do quite well in real life. Now we're going to skip the rares and head to the ultra rares. The rares are also good choices, but the ultra rares are going to earn you 3 daily points as opposed to the, I believe, 2 for rares. Now not all of them are, but most ultra rare covers on VeVe are going to be VeVe exclusive covers. And considering some of their edition sizes, many of these covers can also be found at affordable prices in the market as well. Affordable is a subjective word, I guess, but just considering the price history, where they were and where they can go, you know, some of these covers are 15 bucks in the secondary market, so I'd label that as affordable. Now, speaking of affordable, we have the Tarzan secret rares. So these have always been quite low in the market, but they've dropped even more now. Secret rares are going to earn you 6 points daily, and on top of their affordability, they are also going to be very limited in numbers. They're also a nice little change up from the Marvel comics. So next up, we're talking about the Disney secret rare posters, and there are multiple sets with all secret rares in them. So a lot of these posters mark iconic moments in Disney's history. They're scarce in edition size, yet relatively affordable in the market. You're going to earn points from completing the sets, bonus points from the rarities, and again, they're all secret rares. And because there's a number of them in each set, you're going to earn bonus points from that as well. So I think these are super cool, but they're also a fantastic way to earn lots of points. So when I was actually making this video, I asked a couple people what their MCP strategies were, and sunflowers was a consistent answer I got back. So there's 2 in the set, 1 silver, 1 gold, and they're both ultra rares. So there's been some creative discussions in terms of how you can use these in the VeVe-verse, but considering the high edition size, they did drop a little while back. There's like over 5,000 of them. you can actually pick up either one of these for less than 10 gems in the market. So high rarities and an easy and affordable set to complete. So next up, the 𝗕𝗏𝗍𝗍𝗍. And I'm sure many of you guys know that these are great for set completions. There are going to be many on the platform now, a total of 15 actually. And on top of many of those sets offering major first appearances, there are also going to be multiple sets available with only one collectible in them. So we have the 𝗕𝗵𝐺𝗄𝗃 truck, we have Captain Carter, and Adam Warlock. 3 easy sets, 300 points. More than 300 points, but I'm just talking about the 100 for set completion. Next up, the Disney villains. There are technically 3 sets, but I'm just talking about the 2 figurine collections. Now, just like our last couple examples, these are going to be great for set completion as well, many first appearances. Each of them actually come with their own music track, which is quite nice. And like many in today's episode, they're very affordable in the secondary market. So next up, we have stamps. And just like the 𝗕𝗏𝗍𝗍𝗍, lots of sets to complete here, over 14. They're going to be affordable in the secondary market, so they're quite easy to complete. They're one of the 3 most popular collectible types in the world, and one of the most purchased collectible types on the app last year. Another benefit to stamps that I forgot to include on the slide here is because they're affordable in the secondary market, and there's lots of them in the set, it's not too difficult to acquire the whole set, as well as the multiple different higher rarities that come in each one. So there are multiple sets that have 2 secret rares and 2 ultra rares and things like that. And the last one on today's list is going to be the Disney pencils. All the pencils on the platform are secret rares, so they earn you the most points you can earn from a collectible. They're relatively affordable in price, and some users actually have stacked hundreds of these things. But ever since they got announced on the platform, I always hear the people who are trying to build their points talk about these pencils. So ladies and gents, that's going to conclude today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. We discussed some dots that are starting to connect on the marketing side with VeVe, as well as 10 effective ways to earn MCP points. And if I missed any, make sure to comment them down below. I'm also happy to announce that we're going to be having our fitness collection dropping in the next few weeks. It's going to include bags as well as gym wear. So if you guys are interested in that, keep your eyes open for it. But if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see in a future episode. And as for our next, I'll catch you then.